In today's video, we are going to talk about the new Qwen Image instantX Controlnet model. ComfyUI just dropped the day 1 support, and it's one model, but we have 4 different modes. It can do canny edge detection, soft edge detection, depth. So these would be for 3D aware generation, and then we have the pose for body key points. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use it. I will walk you through the workflow. I will also show you a quick demo of the different modes. So for those of you who do not know what Controlnet means, Controlnet is an additional model that you can add on top of the base model that will increase the level of control for image generation. Now let's go through a quick demo. I will show you the different modes. This is the first one. It is the depth mode. And as you can see here, we have a person. In the middle is the pre-processed image. That is the depth image that we are passing to the Controlnet. And then it generates an output that is similar in the 3D space. Next one is the canny edge detection method. And as you can see, this one is mainly for strong edge details. So if you have lines in the background, as an example would be a wall with a specific pattern, you can replicate that pattern and you can even change the detail of it. Soft edge is similar to canny. It is for smoother structures. And then we have the pose, the body key point version, where you can make the character do any pose and then have the final generation follow that exact pose. Let's talk about the installation and setup. You'll need ComfyUI. You need to make sure your ComfyUI is up to date. I am using the portable version, so I'm going to show you how to do this. You'll need to go into your ComfyUI portable folder, update folder, and then double click on ComfyUI_.bat. This will update your ComfyUI. Restart your ComfyUI, go into templates. At the top, search for Controlnet. The first one most likely will be Qwen instantX Controlnet. So select it, it will load the workflow and it will tell you what are the models you are missing. Click on the download button for each one, let it complete. Once the models has been downloaded, you'll need to go into your downloads folder. Over there, you will see all the models that you're missing. And you just need to follow this folder path to place each of the models. So for me, I needed to place the Qwen Image FP8 inside my diffusion folder. So as an example, I'm going to show you how to do this. Go inside your ComfyUI models, and then you will see all the folders here. We need to go inside diffusion folder. Next, you need to go inside your downloads folder where you have the Qwen Image FP8 model downloaded. Right click, you can cut, copy, you can use the shortcut Control X as well, and then go back into diffusion folder, press Control V to paste. You repeat the same process for the Lotus depth model. The Controlnet model needs to go inside the Controlnet folder, and the VAE needs to go inside the VAE folder. If your ComfyUI is already running at this point, you can press R on your keyboard. This is the default shortcut. If you change it, you'll need to look at the keyboard shortcut for your system. Now pressing R will refresh the node definitions. Once refresh, you should be able to select the model from the drop-down list. The default template pre-select the necessary models. As a test, you can add an input image, change the prompt, and then click on the run button. Now this default template uses the Lotus depth model to generate a depth 3D pre-processed image. However, take note that this apply Controlnet is the good old default built-in ComfyUI node. So you can use any depth model of your choice, even one that is from the days of SD 1.5. Now from this image, we can see that we have some good structure as well as the hand alignment is well maintained. Now let's move on to the next mode, which is the canny edge detection one. Now for this one, you can use the built-in canny node. So you can click on it, press Control B to enable it. We need to connect the input image to it. Then we need to pass this output over to the apply Controlnet. You can also pass it to the preview node to have a preview. Now there's no extra setup to do. You can click on the run button and it will work just fine. Again, you can use any line detection model. As an example, you can use the line art, the manga, the soft edge, works exactly the same way. Let's move on to the OpenPose example. For this, you'll need to get an OpenPose Controlnet pre-processed image. As you can see here, I have one. Once you input it inside your load image, you can take the image directly into the apply Controlnet here, and then you can generate. Now, if you do not have an existing pre-processed image, then you can use any image that you would like to use. But since ComfyUI by default do not have an OpenPose pre-processed node, we'll need to get one from the manager. So we'll go into the manager at the top, click on Custom Nodes Manager. At the top here, search for Control, and then install this one here. ComfyUI Controlnet Auxiliary Preprocessors. You will get an install button here. Click on Install. At the bottom here, it will tell you to restart ComfyUI if you do not have it. Once you restart ComfyUI, you can go to any blank space, double click, and then search for AIO, which stands for All-in-One Auxiliary Preprocessor. Add it. We need to connect the input image to this node. The output image will go into a preview and then into the apply Controlnet here. Now for OpenPose, you can click on the preprocessor drop down here and then search for Pose and select OpenPose preprocessor. Okay. Now you can do a test by just clicking on the partial execution button here. It may take some time to download and then you'll get your image. If you see this, then it means it's mapping correctly. Now you need to make sure that you have a person in your input image. It can also be a full body shot, in which case it's going to map the hands and lower limb as well. Now one thing that is important to note here is the input image resolution right now is at 1024, but my resolution for the pre-processed image is at 512. As a result of this, the output of this node will be 512. So that's not good for the Controlnet. You'll need to match the resolution. So I'm going to change the resolution to 1024, execute it again, and now you can see it changed the resolution here. So just make sure that you're matching your resolution when you use this pre-processed node. While we are on this node, you also have access to any of the depth or line pre-processed nodes. So any of these will work, the line as well. Now quick metrics, for me it takes about 3 minutes to generate an image. This is similar to Flux workflows using Controlnet. There's practically no difference between Flux and Qwen when it comes to image generation time using Controlnet. All right, so that is it. Let's talk a little bit about my thoughts on this Controlnet model. Now the first thing that a lot of people are going to sort of hype or maybe use it as a clickbait on social media would be, do you need to switch your current workflow from a Flux workflow or any previous model to a Qwen workflow just because we have new control? And the answer is no. The quality of the pre-processed image does not really matter. You can use SDXL Controlnet model, has that pre-processed image over to the apply Controlnet, and it will still work. Most of the time, you just need to position your character somewhere in the image, or you want to position the arm, head, the body, so that you can create dynamic poses. So if you're already using Qwen Image in your workflow, now you just have more control. There's no need for you to switch from a Flux workflow to a Qwen Image workflow just because we have support for Controlnet. Now just remember that the Controlnet itself is just an additional way of getting more control over your image generation. But when you are using a base model like the Flux model or even the Qwen Image model, you have the power of the prompt. You can put a lot of detail into your prompt and those details will get transferred over to your final generation because the clip is really powerful. So just use your base model. When you need that extra edge, that's when you're going to insert the Controlnet in there. So that is it from me. If you find this helpful, hit the like button, drop a comment if you're going to try this model or if you've already tried it. Let me know about your result. And if you have not done so, don't forget to press that subscribe button for more ComfyUI content. Thanks for watching until the very end. Have a nice day. Take care. I will see you next time. Bye bye now.